go. Another episode of Canada on the Rocks. I am your host, Patty Kuder, local realtor with Sutton Group Ottawa. And today we have joining us Nadine Aayad. This one is special to me. This lady is from my hometown. She knows some of my family, some of my friends from back home. So it's very special to me to bring you on the show today, Nadine. Really appreciate it. And you're coming in representing Waxon.
We are different. There isn't anything like what we have, but like Waxon in Ottawa, there isn't any.
Fantastic. So what is it that you have? Let's dig into the services a little bit more.
Sure. So, there's a few things that separates us from the rest, right? So it is our people, it is our product, it's our experience. So our people are, I hire only certified estheticians, but even with that, we put them through an extensive training program because we know that as a franchise, consistency is key. If you go to our location in Halifax, or if you go to our location in Toronto, or come to the one in Ottawa, it has to be the same thing. So consistency, we put them through our own training, which is about a week long. It's extensive.
Boot camp.
It is extensive. So, and our product, we know our products. Our waxes are formulated for us by us. The two of our waxes are formulated in Spain. We know, we've been in the business for over 12 years. We know what works and we know what doesn't work.
Yeah.
So the experience you get from our services means that you're getting quick, efficient, virtually painless, and superior service. You're not going to have it. We proudly do not double dip. And that is important. If you go to a place where they're double dipping, run the other way.
What do you mean by double dipping in this instance?
So when you're waxing, we have the sticks. When we put it in the pot, we put it on, say, if you're waxing your leg, you put it on your leg and you throw it in the garbage. We don't put that stick back in there because when you're, if you have a rash or if you have something on your leg or if you have anything going on, you're contaminating that pot if you put it back in. You do not want to do that. So we don't double dip. There's gloves used for every single service.
Nobody wants a double dipper at a party.
No.
Of any kind.
No. So that is a no-no. We are a single-use facility. We don't have towels that we sit and clean. Everything is single-use and out. So we are ridiculously clean. So that separates us, and this is how Waxon first originated when, before you would go to a wax place to the nail place, where the Vietnamese or whatever nail place, they have a room in the back. We call it the curtain room where there's a curtain. Hygiene is questionable. The smell of food is reeking in there. Or you go to a spa and you're paying crazy amount and it's not efficient. Nobody wants to sit there, lay down for 45 minutes to get a service when you can be doing it in 20 minutes. We're efficient. We're in, you're out. Yeah, that's what.
And who is your ideal client?
Honestly, everybody. We don't have an age-specific client.
No gender-specific.
No gender-specific. Think anybody in starting from teenagehood to people in their 60s. We cater to everybody.
Perfect. Now, I want to dig into the business itself. How many people do you have working for you today? What do you envision that's going to look like when you have multiple locations? What is that hiring going to look like when you have multiple locations?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more.
So right now, between full-timers and part-timers, I have 8 employees, which is waxologists and laserologists, as well as guest services. And we're still at what you call a ramp-up location. We are not a mature location. So there's still room for growth within this one location. So there's still room to hire more people. And then once you get to a second location, you're doubling that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Why did you choose this business in particular?
So, one, I've always been a customer of Waxon. So whenever I'd come and visit, my family was living in Toronto. Whenever I'd come and visit Toronto, daughter and I could never find a place that compared to the services that we were used to in Dubai. And in Dubai, you have standards. We are used to a good quality service. Canada didn't have that, and that's Toronto. I couldn't find a place. So we would make sure all of our waxing and laser needs were done before coming for the summer. Until we were walking down King Street and we saw this pretty yellow, happy Waxon sign. I was like, you know what? Let's just go in and see what it's all about. And we did. And we tried their service and we loved it because it's clean. The quality is what we were used to, but even more, which is better than Dubai, it's more educational, because when you come to us, we're also educating you on the pre and post care. It's not just come do a service, see you, goodbye. Dubai, you'd go in, do a service and leave. What here, no. You're actually talking to the waxologist. You know, some people come in just because it feels like a therapy session.
Yeah.
So that's how I saw it. So when I moved to Ottawa, I didn't find it. I was looking for a Waxon location. And I was like, wow, they don't have one here. That's strange. It would do so well here. So I decided, like I said, I've always knew I was going to open something. I just didn't know what. So their core values, their culture is what kind of drew me into them. And of course, as aesthetics, who doesn't like it? As a woman, I love aesthetics.
So tell me a little bit more about why would someone, and again, this is just maybe a bit of an ignorance on my part. Again, I'm a male. So let's just put that there. Preface with that. Why would someone want to do wax versus just a normal shaving?
Ingrown. I mean, when you're shaving, when you shave the hair, it gets thicker, and you're prone to ingrowns. So when you're waxing, it does the total opposite. It makes the hair thinner and lighter and sparser.
Really?
So men, you laugh and say men, but we've got quite a lot of men coming in, because nowadays men go to the gym, right? And their chest, there's no more chest hair that they want. Nobody wants neck hair. Even if you have a beard, you don't want a neck beard.
Correct.
So even with my son, I've got him doing the neck lasering because of ingrowns. Amount of time he shaves every single day. So with shaving comes ingrowns. The only thing that's going to help it is either your wax or you're going to do laser.
Laser. So let's talk a little bit more about laser. Again, I'm not very familiar with it. What are some of the, why would someone do it, and is it safe?
It's safe because laser targets the surface, right? We're only targeting the root. So there isn't anything to worry about there. Laser is more of a permanent hair solution. If you don't want to wax every month, you do laser. You come in every 6 weeks for a number of sessions and you're done. We don't say it's completely gone. That's anybody that tells you it's completely gone, is a lie. We say it's reduction and
But it's a massive reduction.
Massive reduction. Hair is thinner, sparser. So you can, as a woman, if you laser your legs, can go and now just shave them once a year, once every 6 months. You're done.
Fantastic. And one of the things that I wanted to kind of dig into with every business, there's always that sort of customer service, that sort of after feel. Tell me a little bit more about the experience that your clients feel when they come in, they leave. What does that look like?
Good question, because experience is also what separates us from the rest of the people or businesses. From the minute that you book in your service, it's the ease of booking in. It's either, booking it online through the website, in a mobile app, or calling us in. It's very easy booking. To the minute that you come in and you have the experience, we want to say that we're a warm place, friendly place. So you get a great welcoming, a warm welcoming, and then you're getting wonderful service to the email that you receive after. We also make sure every client after their service receives an email. And within that email, we ask you to rate us, because client experience is at the top of our list. Without our clients, we're nobody.
Someone once said to me, it's like, if your client really wants to give it to you or screw you, they won't give you any feedback. You're actually lucky. The clients that give you feedback, regardless if it's good or bad, it's a feedback. It's something that can help you grow and improve. The ones that don't, those ones that are really silently killing your business in a way.
Yeah. So we try, we prompt our customers to, with their emails. It's a chance for them to also say, and we welcome criticism. There's a couple of clients, and I appreciate they'll give me a call and they're like, what, this is what I didn't like. And that's how we learn. That's how we grow. And even with my one-on-ones with my team, I let them know what went well, how they did wonderful, but also let them know, what went wrong and take that as a learning opportunity, because that's how else are we're not.
And that's the thing too, like a lot of the times you find the ones that are negative, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to wow them. And
Yes. Yeah.
so thank you very much for giving me this feedback. Love it. Apologize that it didn't go the way that you want it to go, but here's how we can improve it. And then you have them as client for life, because you kind of overcame this massive issues that they had, and now they're giving you that sort of opportunity on a silver platter.
Exactly.
There you go.
And they want to be heard, and they want to, be validated. And yes, their experience went wrong, and we hold ourselves accountable. Accountability is very much part of running the business. You need to say where you went wrong. And that's also part of our core values. We'll celebrate the wins, but we need to hold ourselves accountable when we do something wrong.
100%. And then the best part with something like this is like you cannot be defensive. You really just have to go, okay, we own up to it. Let's fix it. What can we do to make it better? What can I do to wow you next time? Like, you got the next one for free, or whatever the case may be, that you have to make sure that, thank you very much for teaching me.
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm improving. It's not going to happen again.
Exactly.
There are lessons. They're literally lessons in disguise when that happens. So with the growth that you guys are happening, when do you foresee a second or a third or, another location to start?
I mean, this first, we have to get over, the startup of the first location.
Ramp up period.
The ramp up period. And I'm also hoping with, the economy kind of getting back up, that speeds it up a little bit. As a franchise, I'm sure that, once they hit a market, they want to hit it quick. I would love maybe in a year or two to get in there. So right now, I'm just working on the brand and working on brand recognition. Once I have that, then when you pop up the second location, they already know. And this is what I see with clients that come in from London, Ontario, or from Toronto. They say they've moved from there and they come to Ottawa. They have searched for Waxon specifically. So they come straight because they've had this wonderful experience. They know the brand, and they come to us without, trying us out. They know. And that's where I want the brand to be here in Ottawa. I want everyone to know who we are, and then we can go for the second one.
Is it? What are some of the advices that you want to give to anybody that's starting a business, whether it's a franchise or otherwise?
There are challenges, but if you've always had that nudge within inside of you, if you've always had that fire to go for it. Even if you're scared, go for it, because you're going to go for it scared. You're going to go for it with a challenge. It's not going to be like a piece of cake, but go for it. Are there going to be challenges? 100%. Be prepared to put the time, be prepared to put the effort. But in the end, there is such a reward for you. There is such purpose. If anyone says, am I going to do this again? I'm telling you, yes, 100%. I'm ready to do this again, because the growth that happens within you is great, and it's just purpose. You're going up. For me, I've opened my location, and in it, I have a roof in there for women that can grow their own business and be financially independent. That is amazing.
Oh, it's amazing. And then the biggest thing that you've kind of touched on is like the challenge part, right? Like just because you opened up a location, you opened up a business and you got it up and running, and 2 or 3 years in, the challenge doesn't stop there. And if you want it to stop there, that's completely fine. But I think it's when we stop learning, when we stop challenging ourselves, it's really our way of just saying, I'm done. I'm giving up. The only way for you to stay alive and to stay thriving is to keep learning, keep growing, keep challenging yourself daily.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things that I find in any business, the professional that I want to work with, I want to make sure that they're always learning. There's always that sort of sense of hunger, challenging with themselves, really pushing themselves, because you can only get wine if you squeeze the grapes.
True.
There's no way you're going to get that pure wine if you don't squeeze the grapes.
No.
So challenge is always, it's like a part of life. If you don't stop challenging yourself, it's just never going to be
Exactly.
where you want to be.
And one thing, I decided to open a business in a city or a country I just moved to, I knew nothing about. In a way, that has helped me step outside of my comfort zone because now I have to go to all these networking events. I have to get my name out there. I have to build a community.
And let me ask you this, just speaking on those networking events, because as you know, I'm a huge proponent of networking and putting your name out there and all of that. What have you learned from that? And how many friends have you made so far?
So I've made a lot of friends through there. And, a lot of these friends have now become clients, which is, much easier than having clients, friends become clients. So it's the opposite, I try to go to any networking event I can. Through there, I've met, marketing, I've met accounting, I've met fashion consultants, I've met fitness instructors, and they are so important to also get the name out there. But yeah, if I had decided to open a location in, say, in Dubai, I've been living there for 25 years. I have my group of friends. I have my small little network, which is harder to step outside of. Whereas when you come to a new place, a new city, you have to step outside and go meet people. And through them, they're the friends that I have now was through the networking events.
That's the cool thing about, again, that experience that you've had, brand new city, coming in, building a business, doing it. I guarantee you can do this anywhere now that you've done it once.
Yeah.
It's your brain is wired in such a way that if I go through a challenge, now I know what to expect. But if I want to go back and repeat that challenge, it's a lot easier. Even mice, they do the study on mice all the time where they put the cheese somewhere and the mice just kind of create. You are creating new pathways in your brain every time you're doing a challenge.
Yeah.
So you're growing.
Yeah.
You're always growing.
You're always growing, and you need it for your business. Just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to build a business.
It takes a massive network as well to get that business up and running, and not only that, but help it flourish. One of the things that I love about the networking events that we go to all the time is that the fact that everybody is out there saying, how can I help you?
Yeah.
It's not the other way around. It's not like they're coming in asking you, you really got to do business with them. None of that. It's majority of the time, they're people just saying, what can I do to help your business grow?
That's what I've realized over here. Now, I've lived, like I've said before, I've lived in different countries. I've lived in Saudi, I've lived in the US, Switzerland, Dubai, Toronto. I've yet to see a community like the community here in Ottawa. Truly, they are there, like you said, to help. They are trying to build connections with nothing in it for them.
Yeah, and beyond specifically, again, I'm just maybe a little biased here when I say it, but beyond networking specifically, they have a way, that's just the way that the organization has been. It's always, what can I do to help you? I've been to many other networkings in the city that's just not the same.
No.
You know what I mean? And then just having that sense of camaraderie, the friendship that you build along the way is really what helps your business grow in a way.
Yeah. The Beyond Networking events are one of my favorites. I've been to a few also female only ones. They're also great, especially for my business. And it's also great to be amongst, just females. They hit differently. The network is different. The atmosphere is different. But Beyond Networking is one of my favorites.
Now, one last thing I wanted to ask you about the city of Ottawa in general. Now, you've been here for 3 years or so. How do you feel about Ottawa? Tell me a little bit more about what do you like, what do you dislike, some of the things that, really stuck out for you to stay in Ottawa.
Yeah. So when I first moved here and, I'd be talking to people and I'll say, yeah, I just came from Dubai. And they're like, what? Dubai? Ottawa? What's wrong with you? And I always say, I wish you can see Ottawa through my eyes because I am loving this city. It's warm. The people are nice. They're friendly. It's not as crazy busy. And anybody that honestly, if you have a business idea, this is the place to start it because it's still lacking.
Fantastic incubator. Yeah.
Yes.
because again, it's small enough that you can start something. It's really more of like I want to use that blue ocean sort of mentality, right? Like you're starting something, there's not many sharks in here. You just got to start, and you got to be, I don't want to say the shark, but you got to be the one going out there and like really growing the business. So I love that you brought that up. Ottawa's a very unique town in the sense of everybody here wants to just grow and have a nice family and really just kind of live a comfortable life in a way. But in the same token, there's a lot of hustle going on. There's a lot of people that are smart people, ideas, businesses that are coming that are, again, using Ottawa as an incubator to just kind of grow their platform.
Yeah. But I see that a lot. But, in anywhere you go, I think, as we were speaking earlier, authenticity is what sets you apart. And authenticity, you can smell it from a mile away.
Correct.
And that nowadays is how I would like to partner up in businesses. I'm looking for that same authenticity. No more of, business and hustle and bustle and, let's get the most out of you kind of thing.
Fantastic. Really appreciate you being on the show, making the time for us. Again, for folks that are watching, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Nadine, thank you for being on the show. And if you guys like what you see, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit us up, subscribe as well so you can get more alerts. And you will be alerted every time that we get a new, host here, new guest. You'll have that sort of opportunity to see what we are and hit the alert button so you can see what's going on. Canal on the Rocks, Patty Kuder. Thank you again. Thanks again, Nadine.
Thank you for having me.